Alert Weather with Grant Dade is sponsored by St. Francis Healthcare System.
First Alert Doppler Network showing quiet conditions in our neck of the woods. Maybe a little bit of light snow in parts of central Kentucky, but that's well east of us, so we do not have to worry about any weather impacts that could ruin us this evening, other than the fact that, well, it's cold. So if you're going to be out and about, you may want to wear some warmer clothing. Now, as we take a look at Futurecast, you can see a few clouds out there, but we're seeing a pretty good break in the cloud action out there right now, and that's going to allow for some very cold temperatures with clear skies, light winds. Those temperatures will drop pretty rapidly, but we're going to be watching. You see this little area right here? We're going to be watching to see, do we get fog to develop? Now, Futurecast is showing a lot of fog across the area. Now, I don't know why it is not showing it in southeast Missouri. Hopefully it's right. I would think that it would form here as well if it were to form. It's developing over what's remaining of the snow and ice pack across the area. This right here, those are high, thin cirrus clouds. Now, those are going to move across the area during the day tomorrow, but I want to bring to your attention, again, like I have the past couple of days, if we wake up tomorrow morning and there's dense fog where you live, just assume there's some slick spots on the ground out there as well, especially if you have to go out on a deck or you live on a second or third floor apartment and you got to walk down the stairs. Could be some slickness to it. Just want to give you your first alert on that. By the lunch hour, we got a lot of clouds out there, but all in all, not too bad. We're going to be a little warmer tomorrow, but the clouds are really going to stop us from warming up into the 40s. So for the majority of us, we'll stay in the 30s, although I think Poplar Bluff down to Kennett area will probably see some 40s. And then some clouds and fog possible again Friday morning, and another front moves in Friday afternoon. See those clouds? Out ahead of the clouds, we're going to see a brief warm up into the low 50s. And then the northwest winds move in, and we set the stage for a chilly Friday evening. And here comes that freezing line again. And Saturday is looking pretty chilly as well. So let's take a look at the lows overnight tonight. We'll break these down for you across southern Illinois. We've got lots of teens out there. Yeah, 13 in Mount Vernon, 15 in Benton, 16 in Marion. Paducah, 17, 18 Murray, Kentucky, 15 in Marion, Kentucky, and 17 in Union City. 16 Cape Girardeau, 15 in Fredericktown, 16 Poplar Bluff, 14 Perryville, and 17 in Kennett. As we take a look at your highs for tomorrow, we're getting up there in the mid to upper 30s across there. 35 Mount Vernon, 37 Marion, 40 Poplar Bluff, 40 in Fredericktown, and 38 in Union City. So let's just see how warm it could get in our far western counties tomorrow. Mid-40s, Ellington, Van Buren, and Doniphan. Wait till you see what's going to be happening there as we head towards Tuesday. We'll talk about that coming up in your 7-day in just a few minutes.